The mighty Scorps on 108.9 The Hawk with Rock You Like a Hurricane. Wisp Turlington here in the Hawk Morning Show with my good friend, my best friend in the world, Jeff the Angry Man Garlock. Jeff.
Wisp, how are you doing? Sorry, I had to, the Scorps, yeah. You know how the Scorps is. You cannot not come in with us.
When they are out. Oh my God.
He has got the pipes, and he just keeps getting higher as it goes on.
Germany's finest. Germany's finest. Germany did some bad shit in the 20th century.
We'll be the first to say it.
Germany will be the first on record.
Shit.
Put it on record.
Scotty, put the delay on. I'm sorry. Jenny, Jimmy,
none of them
delay
are going to do anything.
Nope.
But I think the Scorps really helped Germany get back to the top.
And it wasn't a CIA operation.
Let's
just say that right there. It was a Delta Force operation.
It was
an American Delta Force operation behind Winds of Change. Because if there's one thing that Jeff the Angry Man Garlock knows, is that the government can write a good pop song ballad. That is just truth.
Oh my God. Oh, that is truth. Hey, coming up, we're going to check in with Jason Gore's broadcasting live today from the grand opening of Valverde's Hot Springs. Now, of course, Jeff, you know, that is owned and operated by David Johansen from the New York Dolls. His alter ego, Buster Poindexter, gonna be down there with Jason. The Hot Spring, hotter than your average hot spring. Some would say it is boiling, while others say it is therapeutic.
Hey, you know, your choice, your skin is what I always say, and that's what Buster says too.
That's what Buster says, and I'm sure he'll say that.
David doesn't. That's the interesting part.
David doesn't. He's not into the hot spring.
Dip a toe in. Buster Poindexter, hot. He's in there.
He's in there, and he is bubbling. Yep, so it's 9:08 here on 108.9 The Hawk. Oh my God, so much going on. So much going on in the rock world. And what a show we have had this morning so far, Jeff. David Bryan from Bon Jovi. Didn't expect him to pop in. Very nice that he did. He's got a new farm that he's trying to get off the ground.
Yeah, and he was selling that Southern rock mixtape of his, like his voice. You know, that Jersey Southern is just coming on strong on that.
There is nothing like a Southern accent that comes out of Jersey. It is.
Y'all have a Jersey tomato? And it's like,
Whoa, is Brian back in the studio?
Exactly.
Is he back in here?
No, just my wonderful impression.
My good buddy Nick Nolte came by, and the man has not slept for 8 days. Oh. Good to see him, though. Good to see him.
Look to the part.
Look to the part. I hope this is for a part. I hope he's working, because when he's not working, I hear about it on a regular basis. Yeah. But let's see. We got someone here in the studio for us in this third hour. Sir, tell us what your deal's all about, because literally Scotty gave me no paper on this.
Shaking his head over there.
Whatsoever. So I literally don't know what's happening here. Sir, please introduce yourself.
Hi, me?
Yes, you.
Sorry. Yeah, you guys, there's so much going on. I have trouble keeping up.
It's a wild show we have.
It's a wild show. Wisp Turlington, Jeff the Angry Man Garlock.
Hi. Sorry. My name is Simon Korn.
Simon Korn?
Korn. Mm-hmm.
Like you eat it.
It's pronounced corn, spelled Corunne.
Oh, interesting. A Slavic version, corn. I believe.
Interesting.
Slavic, yeah.
Yes. I have a nose for Slavic.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
I'm Slavic.
Yeah. Yes. Oh, well, this is great. I hope this would happen this morning. So what's your deal, Simon? Why are you here in the Hawk Nest this morning?
Well, I run and operate the local Valverde pet rescue center. And we, this week, all week long, I sort of wish you'd been given information, because, you know, we're trying to get the word out there.
Me3.
All this week long, we're running our annual adoption. So we have all kinds of animals. We have dogs, cats, some birds, some fish, mostly dogs and cats, but guinea pigs, white mice, and different colored. I don't know why I said that. We have a bunch of different
It's
of
okay.
mice.
I know being on the radio it can be a nervous
Don't
thing.
you worry. We're the professionals here. You're not a professional. Don't worry.
I felt like I needed to qualify mice, but we that's stupid. We have all different kinds of mice. So yeah, all this week we're welcoming anybody down to adopt the pets. We have a lot of them. So we welcome you down. It's going to be a party. We're going to have a cookout on Thursday.
Ooh.
And trying to get these in. We have a lot of animals. We can't take care of them all. We don't want to kill them.
Completely.
We don't like to do that.
No, you don't.
Also, another announcement: we work with a vet, a local veterinarian.
Okay. You want to give them a plug here on 108.9 The Hawk?
Sure. It's Valverde Veterinary Services, and
Good place.
just one
Triple VS.
The guy who works there is just one vet. His name is Mark Davidson. He's just a great vet, and we are required to spay and neuter all of our animals before we give them out for adoption.
That's
Understandable. We have the Valverde Bob Barker clause, right?
Yes, we do.
We are the only county in the state that has adopted the Bob Barker clause. It is just a law. It's not a suggestion. You got to have it done right.
Right.
There is punishment if you do not follow this. Severe
It's also
punishment.
fun because it's claws and claws. Animals have claws as well. We have fun in Valverde.
Some do. Not all animals have claws, actually. But
wow, learning new things every day. I thought all animals have claws.
Down.
Sorry,
Scotty,
I don't wanna...
that one down. He's not going to. He's shaking his head.
What an asshole.
Right. So that's right. If we adopt out an animal that has not been properly spayed or neutered, we are liable. I am actually liable as the head of the organization, and I could go to jail.
Yes.
And get I think they call it a retributional neutering myself, I think is the law.
I saw that on Channel 8
Bob
News.
Barker clause.
Yep.
He was a vicious man.
And his nickname was Bob Retributional Neuterer Barker. And everybody said that on set. Whenever I would go, and I produced The Price is Right from 1976 to 1979.
Wow.
We would say that on set. Here comes the Retributional Neuterer again.
Right before Plinko.
Oh my God. Hey, Simon, really quickly here. What is the name of your organization so people know to go down there and get a pet and kind of help you out in the long run when you get down
Ultimately
to it?
for him, yeah.
Well, it's the Valverde Pet Rescue.
Valverde Pet Rescue. VVPR.
Yes.
Wow,
classic.
You guys you
Classic.
do acrons for just everything.
Well, we
really
are
do.
professionals.
We
Yeah,
do,
it's fun. It's fun.
yeah.
We have fun.
That's why people listen to the 108.9 The Hawk morning show. They also listen to it for traffic. 108.9 The Hawk traffic with Art Spart.
Are we still... Sorry.
You're not a professional. Let Art speak. Yes.
Am I in this
Is it
segment?
my
or is
turn?
this-
Is it
Sorry,
my
no,
turn?
Sorry,
This is Art's turn. Sorry,
It's
you're
my
on. It's
turn.
okay.
Am I done? I have more to...
You have more. You have more.
No, we'll
Okay.
come back to you. We'll come back to you, Simon.
Yeah,
just
no,
one second.
He is your professional, Art. I'm sorry, Art.
Sorry.
I'm
Art,
sorry.
I'm
He's not
gonna
professional.
fire it off again. Do not get in your head, Art. Do not
Art.
get in your
He
head.
gets so in his head.
I'm
so
sorry.
please.
Oh, he's
No,
gonna
don't.
blow this one,
No
I
need
know.
to
I'm a little in
apologize
my
now.
head,
You know
so-
your fault.
No, Simon, you
all
are
right,
fine.
Simon.
But after traffic, I'm still...
After traffic, we're
we
back
have
to
lots
you.
more to talk about these
After
animals.
traffic,
Don't get me
Okay.
wrong.
Well,
here.
after traffic and then weather, we'll be right back to you. And
We
then we'll
want you to
probably-
keep your testicles. We are
Right.
gonna. This is gonna happen. Don't
Thank
you
you.
worry. No problem.
That
Thank
is
you.
the one
No
thing. We do
problem.
have to check in with Jason Gore, too. But we will do that after we talk a little bit more about your testicles. Right now, it is Hawk Traffic. 108.9 The Hawk Traffic with Art Spart.
Okay, well, here we go. Real
Get in your
humdinger on what? Who spoke?
Sorry. Start over again. Start over.
That wasn't me this time.
That one wasn't you. I know I'm the professional, but I was acting unprofessional there.
There's some real stuff going on that people need to take seriously. A lot of traffic issues in the Valverde area.
108.9 The Hawk traffic.
I had a little bit of trouble getting here.
Fuck.
No, again, we appreciate. We'll talk
Sorry.
about that after when we talk about your testicles.
Okay.
Okay, here we go. Real humdinger on Jesus Christ Superstar Parkway as a wildfire is crossing the road there. A very dangerous situation, but was Jesus Christ Superstar even classic rock? That's the question I present to you, Jeff. Was it classic rock? Should we be focusing on that right now?
Depends on the version. If you're talking the German version, you might have Ian Gillian involved. Depending.
Oh, yes. Well, we should also be focusing right now on that wildfire, and we should also be focusing on the train derailment over by Constant Gush Water Park. That's blocking all traffic all the way back to Hog Street. Now, that train was carrying the band Train for their performance at Valmart Amphitheater, and goddammit, you can consider that concert canceled. And there goes my evening with Mrs. Spart, and that's traffic on 108.9 The Hawk.
It's time for weather on 108.9 The Hawk. Well, you know what this one is.
Cold.
It's
got. You think it's not going to get colder? It seems like Jack Frost was nipping at his own nose times 100 because it is freezing. I saw Jack Frost lose his nose. It was so cold. But that's standard June weather in Valverde. You know how it is.
Standard June, just burr. Hey, Simon, these animals that you can adopt, are they indoor animals or outdoor animals?
They're both actually. We have several raccoons that we don't recommend you keep indoors, but
way.
They if you keep enough food and garbage around, they will stay on your property. So you can consider them to be your
kind
pets.
of an indoor-outdoor maybe for that one.
Right, Michael Buddy.
Don't keep them indoor at all.
Don't you? So you shouldn't.
I wouldn't recommend it. They do tend to make a mess, and they rummage, and they'll find anything you have secret in drawers or anything. They'll just rummage. Everything's out in the open. You can't have secrets around raccoons.
You cannot have secrets around raccoons.
No
now,
secret.
that was going to be...
Maybe I should adopt a raccoon because I don't have secrets or a home.
Or really anything
for them to fuck
to
my name.
Well, come on down. We welcome you.
I would love to help out because that is the other thing. I appreciate this service because if there's one thing Valverde's known for, and we're known for a lot of things, but one thing is that we do have an inordinate amount of animals just running around the streets.
Just running around.
Especially raccoons. And I am feeling for you and your testicles here because I'm not going to lie. During art and during weather, I started thinking, odds might be against him here on this retributional.
I think you're going to lose those nuts, Simon.
Well, so part of why I wanted to come on was to publicize the adoption event, and the other thing is a little bit of a call for help because I mentioned Mark Davidson, the vet,
best vet.
Well, unfortunately, he decided to go ahead and ended up getting his spine crushed in a traffic accident.
By choice.
By choice.
I haven't had a chance to touch base with him. I would doubt that. I think
but up in the air. Could have been by choice.
The way you said it made me think that there's two things you could do. You could get your back fixed, or you could just get it crushed. And then I've never heard of anybody taking the other route except for Joey Kramer from Aerosmith. He decided to do that right before Eat the Rich came out as a single. But then they re-expanded it, and he was back and better than ever. Joey Kramer.
I think I'm a little nervous being on here, so I'm using sort of soft language. But
you're not a professional.
I'm fairly confident that he did not voluntarily get his spine crushed. I know he was going across the street to get us lunch, to pick up lunch.
Where was he picking up lunch?
He was going to the Chinese restaurant.
The Chinese restaurant, which is the only Chinese
Yeah.
restaurant in Valverde just called. See, that's what I love. That's what I fucking love. I love being able to look at a menu and I know what it is. I see a name like Chili's. And I'm like, what? What is it? What's
Where's the
this one
chili?
going to be? What is it? Is it snow cones? Because I am allergic
Do
to
they
snow
serve
cones.
chili there?
They do not.
They
See,
do
that's
not,
the
and that
thing.
is the problem. And that's
Crazy.
I walk into a restaurant and I am immediately screaming, "What type of food is this?" And
Every time.
I
Go to
do
dinner
not
with
need
this
to
guy,
ask
he's
that
screaming
in
from
the
the
Chinese
moment one.
place.
You don't have to because you know the Chinese restaurant is serving the best Chinese food in the Valverde greater area.
Yes.
Because
Well, he was
it's
actually
the only one.
he
It's
was
the only
getting
one.
us a couple of BLTs from there.
Oh,
they do make really
have a
good
good
BLTs.
Best
They
BLT.
do have a very good BLT.
Really
Yeah.
throws you off in the moment when you see it on the menu.
It
But
does. I mean, I
You're
start
like-
screaming, "Why is there a BLT?" But
he does. He does. We were there
All the
last
time.
Tuesday. And I
Yeah.
look at it and I'm like, BLT.
Yeah.
I'll take a chance on that.
Yeah.
And they
That's
bring
really
it out.
good.
Oh, it is delicious. It's on sourdough.
yes, it's a very
so-
good sandwich, but still up in the air if he did voluntarily crush his spine. We still, I
Well-
know we're just still not positive. We don't like to make
Who would have
false
hit Mark
accusations
Davidson?
here.
Who would have hit Mark Davidson?
That's
Well,
what I'm
that's two
starting to
questions.
wonder. Did somebody try to hit Mark Davidson?
Who
Is that
did
what's
it?
going on here?
Is that what happened here?
I wouldn't have thought so. I think it was just an accident, but it's a good question. Two cars hit each other, and he was in the middle. And
Sounds
so
sounds like we got a little bit
Pins
of
like a Halloween 3 situation. This was a Halloween 3
is
season of the witch.
Season of
And
the
we all
Witch.
know what that means. That's a reference we all get. I don't need
We
to
all get it.
explain that to
You
you.
don't have to
yeah,
explain. You
Jason's
don't have
not
to.
in that one, is he? Oh no, Mike Myers.
No, Mike
Jason's
Myers
not
is
in
not
any of
in
them.
that one. Yeah.
Kill me, kill me! I said Jason. I meant
Jason
Mike Myers.
might kill you because
he's not
he's not
in
even
there
in any of them.
Please, please.
Hey, is that Freddy Krueger? we're having a lot of fun here.
We're having a lot of fun. We're having a lot of fun.
108.9 The Hawk Morning Show. We're going to talk more to our buddy Simon Korn here and figure out, where you can get these animals. And we're going to find out a little bit more about what happened to Mark Davidson's back. But first, when I think of Mark Davidson being crushed, I'm immediately
time.
thinking Squeezebox. It's the Who on 108.9 The Hawk. Mark Davidson's got a squeeze box he wears on his back. When two cars come at him, his back starts crack as he's wearing all night. What do we put on the hawk?
If the cars hit Mark Davidson, he felt the squeeze, and he never did pick up those BLTs.
He's singing all night, and he's playing all right. Okay, we're back here on 108.9 The Hawk. We just played all of Squeezebox and decided not to play
It's
any.
a long song.
We decided not to do any ads. So, Scotty, just write it down. We're going to have to do more ads in the next break. But first, Jeff, why don't you throw it on down to your other best friend, your lesser best friend, broadcasting live from the Valverde Hot Springs. You know how to do this.
Jason Gore,
Hey,
talk
what's going
to
on?
us.
Hey.
Buddy, I got a question to ask you right off the bat.
Yeah.
How hot is it in those hot springs?
Well, I have to say, Jeff, and hello, Simon, in the studio. I've been listening down
Hi.
here. It is getting, I would say that temperatures are hot, Jeff. I'm also going to say temper's a little heated as well. Mainly, there's a large crowd here at the hot springs. I'm looking at least 800 to 1,200 people. And they all want to see one man, Buster Poindexter. And from what I have heard, he's lost.
Oh.
He said that he had 4 GPSs going, and he just can't find where this is. So I talked to him. I talked to him a few minutes ago. He said, vamp. I vamped, and
You gotta
it's
keep
not going
vamping.
well, man.
You gotta
I gotta
keep
keep
vamping. Because, I mean, if you've lost Buster, you've also lost David Johansen. So
I've lost
that's
both.
a
It's like I've
twofer.
lost
So
two people.
that's a double vamp you got to do there. Not to mention, if you got 1,500 people, they're trying to decide if it is hot, hot, hot.
I know, and if this many people get in this water, Jeff, I'm going to tell you, I did dip a toe, and I think I'm going to lose it.
It was that hot.
I'm going to have to go over to Valverde Memorial Hospital right after this remote broadcast and have that toe completely taken off.
But you're doing it for the classic rock, and that's what we appreciate.
That's
here.
all I love. That's all I love.
Can I ask you a quick question?
Yeah, please. Yeah, please do.
Are there any fish in the hot heat hot springs? You seen any there?
You'd think no, but there are.
Oh, boy.
And boy, oh boy, are they mean.
Oh, wow.
They have not been neutered. They have not been spayed. I mean, there's literally nobody out here that can do it.
This is what I was worried about. I mean, and that's the thing. If we don't get those things neutered, Simon, I mean, that's an act of God could lead still to you being neutered here.
Well, I'm not responsible for the fish at Buster Poindexter's hot. Is it his hot springs?
It is his hot spring. He made it. This is not a natural hot spring.
But he doesn't
it is
know
the
how to get
hot
there.
spring. He has no idea how to get here. I mean, granted, Simon, he has people that make the hot springs
I'm wondering,
for him. You know, that's why there's one in every town.
Wondering if David Johansen made them. Buster Poindexter
has
put his
no
name
idea.
out. He doesn't know what's going on.
No clue.
Classic split personality
he's
here.
really bifurcated.
Yes. No, they are.
Straight down
right
the middle.
line.
I think brain
Victoria.
specialists look at his brain. It's interesting.
They do. So I'm down here. The fish, they're a situation, Jeff. They are a situation. I'm glad you brought them up. We're hoping for some adoptions here.
Well, I guess let's put a call out to the listeners at the Hawk. If you see Buster Poindexter just wandering around Valverde, show where it is.
Yeah,
although
just
I'm
show
worried
him.
with the amount of people down there that there's not many people walking around on Hog Street right now.
There's really not many people on Hog Street right now. But hey, I'm here until 11 a.m. It is the Hot Springs grand opening of Valverde's Hot Springs, and I am Jason Gore on 108.9 The Hawk.
Wow.
All right, well, I hope that gets better.
Oof. He's going to lose that toe, much like it seems like you're going to be losing those testicles. Because I'm just saying, the odds are just getting worse.
Well, so I'm obviously Mark is out for a bit as he convalesces.
Obviously. Yeah.
So I've been doing my best. I've been trying to, but I don't know how to do it. I'm just sort of an administrator and an animal lover.
Yeah.
I've been trying my best to do the neutering and the spaying. I borrowed some Novocaine from the dentist who's next door.
Was it Eddie Reynolds?
Yeah.
Oh, fucking Eddie will give you anything you want. There was one day I was just like, you know what? I'm getting ready to watch Pink Floyd at Pompeii. And the one thing that would be really great while I watch this on my big screen, guess how big my screen is, Jeff?
75 inches.
Bigger.
Oh,
102?
Bigger.
IMAX.
Bigger.
Okay, I don't know. I mean, just very big. Let's leave it at that.
1,028 inches.
Okay, interesting.
And it's in my living room.
I tell you, when screens get bigger, the picture just looks even better.
No, it looks I love looking up at a giant David Gilmour. Because when you meet him in person, when you hang out with him, he is a very close friend. When you meet him in person, he's almost that size.
Yeah.
Big head. Gigantic head.
Just a question, did you leave the motion smoothing on?
Oh, of course. I like everything to look like a soap opera.
Oh, just beautiful. If you get live
Love
at Pompeii and you're like, 1974.
Yes,
Oh, and if you watch
this?
the newer version, the director's cut with those terrible computer graphics worked
the
in,
worst.
they just look beautiful in how bad they look.
Yeah. It's like, am I watching Roger Waters or am I watching The Lawnmower Man? Go ahead and tell me, which one is it? Usually the thing that's weird that I bring that up, Jeff Fahey, really close friend.
Very close.
Oh, you know Jeff Fahey?
I know Jeff Fahey very well. I wrote The Lawnmower Man.
Oh, wow. I love
The original
tone. I
short
love
story, right?
The original short story. It was called Toro, after a Toro lawnmower.
Do you know
And it was
Fahey
about a
too?
bull.
I know I'm just a big fan of the Left Behind series. I think he did
Oh
some
my
work on
God!
that. Yeah.
Yes.
You love a movie with a message.
Yeah.
You know,
a real heartfelt message.
Yeah, we got Kirk Cameron coming on later on this week. I think he's going to talk to us. Have you ever seen Kirk Cameron do the banana thing?
Oh,
You know what the banana thing is? Now, you think, right off the bat, I'm sure these phones are lighting up right now saying it's an ass thing. But it's not. It is not. So lines 8 through 23
that would have
can
to be still in the peel, I think.
That
would have to be,
think
but
so.
it would
That's
have to be in the
biblical
peel.
right there. You got to keep it in the peel. That's in Leviticus.
That is Leviticus. They do talk about that sort of banana butt stuff in the Bible there. But what he likes to do is he puts it in his hand, and he said the way that the banana, like all of the weird edges on the banana, that God, Ian Gillan, made, he says it fits perfectly. And I have tried that because it's the perfect food because God made it for your hand. I have tried that, and I'd like to tell you right now, it is bullshit. And we're going to tell Kirk Cameron that on Friday right here on 108.9 The Hawk.
I'm sorry, what did the dentist do for you?
Oh, yeah, I just got some laughing gas from him. Eddie was like, as much as you want. I went to town, and my God, it was like I was at Pompeii.
Pink Floyd Echoes was funny as hell. I'm sure.
Volcano going the whole time. And I'm like, we got to get out of here. And Nick Mason's like, I'm not getting out of here, bro. And I'm like, you better get moving, Mason. And then Richard Wright, just full jeans. The man wore so many jeans.
So many jeans. And he said, I'll take whatever you pay me. Kick me out of the band. It doesn't matter.
I will make the weirdest sounds on keyboard. And you just, whatever you want to give me, I can just let me go home.
You know what you got to try next time you get some laughing gas? Next time you get some laughing gas, match up Pink Floyd's Echoes from Live at Pompeii with Blazing Saddles. Oh, it matches perfectly.
Matches perfectly.
Matches
every scene,
perfectly.
Every joke. The jokes are in echoes. You can mute Blazing Saddles. Yes. And then every joke from Blazing Saddles, you're going to hear them because they're already in echoes.
The fart scene, that's all those whale noises that Gilmore's making on the guitar. It's beautiful. It's so funny.
Big head Gilmore. Anyway, Eddie Reynolds, the preeminent...
The dentist.
Dentist, yes. There we go. We're back. We circled around on the 108.9 The Hot Morning Show.
Tabs closed.
Go ahead and close those tabs. He gets me any drugs I want. Peyote.
So
long story short,
ayahuasca.
He's gotten ayahuasca from the dentist.
He let me do ayahuasca the last time I got a root canal.
Oh yeah, when you and David Icke were hanging out.
Yep.
Classic.
Perfect.
Classic.
But if you need drugs to put animals down, Eddie Reynolds. If you need drugs to slightly incapacitate an animal so you can watch a YouTube video on how to cut their genitals.
Yeah.
Well, he just gave me some Novocaine, which is just sort of a local.
Oh, that's easy. That's little. You can get that anywhere.
But he only gave me I guess he gives you a lot of drugs. He gave me a little bit. Maybe he was running low, so I've sort of been having to apportion it out.
Maybe I hit his stash a little hard because, like I said, me and Nolte all weekend long.
Maybe.
Oh, that's true. Staying up for 8 days. That's what's going to happen when you talk to the dentist, if you know what I mean. Wait, but what are you doing then? What are you using for your cutting material here?
Yeah. What do you mean? What am I using to cut?
To spay and
neuter.
Do you understand? Wait, what have you been? You haven't been cutting them? You've just been giving them Novocaine when you spay and neuter? Well,
I've been giving them a little bit of Novocaine and just doing my best. I have Mark Davidson's toolkit. As you can maybe gather, I'm a bit of a nervous person, so it's hard
we don't feel that at all.
No, not coming off. Not coming off at all.
If
it's
there's
like,
anybody,
it's like we've got a regular old Benedict Cumberbatch in here.
I sort of know what neutering is. You know, I do a little bit of Novocaine and then I cut off their testicles with the scalpel and I try to run it under warm water to maybe sterilize it.
Try is a key word.
Yeah, try and maybe is the words.
Those are two words that really popped out for me.
I'm not going to lie. I was excited for that new David Cronenberg film that's coming out, but it feels like we might be having a real body horror right here. This seems horrifying. Now, what do you mean you may be sterilized?
Yeah, what is the details on that?
Well, I don't know. I'm not well versed. I'm an administrator, so I don't know how hot you have to get something. I mean, I've been cauterizing it with a hot butter knife that I put in but the dogs, it's not, Novocaine's pretty good, but it's not, the dogs don't seem comfortable with it. And honestly, I don't really know what spaying is at all. So I've just sort of been, I've got some chopsticks from the Chinese restaurant, and I've just sort of been moving them around in there to maybe, I don't know what you're supposed to do.
Just moving what around when you maybe caught her? Yeah. This is all very hideous.
We're running odds here on 108.9 The Hawk right now. Will Simon be retributionally neutered by this weekend? Now, the event is going on. It's down at the Valverde Pet Rescue, the VVPR. Wow, I imagine a lot of very unhappy pets. Kind of sounds like a place that Lit or Buck Cherry would do a residency.
100%.
I know that
I would love that.
Your stage burned down, so that's not going to happen.
Because we are Valverde, we have stages at all of our pet hospitals and pet rescues.
Yes, we do. We do. So these animals don't sound like, Jeff, Simon, when I want a pet, I want a jolly pet.
Come on down.
I don't think these are jolly pets.
They don't sound too jolly. Are they
almost
full
wonder,
of life anymore?
If I take these cans off, am I going to hear some animals screaming?
What?
Yep. There it was.
Take yours off, Jeff. Take yours off. See if
Hold on a second. Oh!
Yep.
Ow.
All the way down the block, huh?
Yeah,
it's down the block.
It's resonating.
Huh?
Yeah, it's coming right through the memorial meatloaf butt of the building. And
and right through our echo chamber that you have to walk through to get into the studio.
Well, look, if anybody out there knows how to do any spaying or neutering or even chemical castration because I tried some borax. In there,
wow.
And I've been putting my cell phone up close and making calls to their genitals.
That 5G, that'll do it. I hear you. Yeah,
there you go.
Maybe
6G.
that does something.
6 genitals.
6 genitals. Yes, I think that's what it stands for.
Is that what that is? I always wondered. What is it?
AT&T will not tell you.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's it. You got to go on Reddit. They'll tell you on Reddit.
Oh my God, you got to go. Have you gone on Reddit to see if there's any information?
Have you checked out Reddit?
I've been on Reddit a little bit. I was having an issue with my computer, and
and then all of a sudden you start getting some interesting information, I bet, and some celebrities' feet. Yeah. We actually had the designer of Reddit on as a past guest, a wonderful person.
Changeley Reddit.
Changeley Reddit.
Changeley Reddit.
Changeley Reddit is the founder of Reddit, a great person. We do have to go to traffic, though.
108.9 The Hawk Traffic with Art Spart.
Nope. Art, don't let him throw you off. He's still working on it. You can do it, Art.
I try every time.
We'll do it this time. No, we'll just keep it quiet.
We'll just
He's still learning.
Again. Simon, we will talk a little bit about your animals that are in excruciating
the animal abuse
pain.
Will get discussed
later.
We'll
get back to that here in a second. We do have to do traffic. Some serious stuff is going on. We do have to get to that.
108.9 The Hawk Traffic with Art Spart.
You see it?
Are we good? Okay.
Yeah, we're good, Art.
All right, here we go. Wow, butter up your toast if you're driving down 5150 today, because we have a traffic jam. And if you're like me, you love the sweet taste of jam mixing with soft, melted, salty butter for a delectable treat. That's just something I like as a late night snack, but it is also the situation we are currently dealing with on the roads. That wasn't a metaphor, but a harsh reality. On 5150, a jam truck has slammed into a butter truck that I believe had Farmer Dan's face on it. But it is smashed a bit, so I can't really tell if we were going to see the return of Farmer Dan Buttermobile or if it was one of his many competitors. What I do know, carnage absolutely everywhere. And people are sopping up that carnage with the toast that fell out of the toast truck that merged onto 5150 from the Bobby Blotz Avenue exit. That's right, the Toasty Toast truck. The only truck that delivers a toast all at once has been destroyed in this insurance convention. Not to mention the bus that was going to the insurance convention that is held 15 times a year in Valverde that has just crashed before my eyes into this mess. And and people are sopping up whatever is coming out of the Sherrod's Bust with toast. It is definitely not strawberry jam, unless that strawberry jam is made from human blood. So maybe find a different route, maybe Pearl Jam Way or even Mookie Blaylock Avenue, which are amazingly wide open lanes today. And that is Traffic with Art Spart on 108.9 The Hawk.
What if I had one word to say about today's show, and I thought it was going so well.
Oh, yeah. 3 hours of going well.
It is, by the way, it's 9:36, 108.9 The Hawk. Going so well, it just turned absolutely just grisly. Is that a way to, I don't know.
That's a way to describe the poor bears that you could adopt that are screaming right now.
Screaming bears.
We do have grizzly bears.
Oh, that's Jesus. What I was worried about.
That's probably not the word I should have used. But,
oh, goodness me. What have you done to the bear?
They've been hard.
How many chopsticks did you have to get from the Chinese restaurant for that one?
Well, it's a boy, it's a man, and a woman bear.
Oh no!
So, yeah, I had to get a lot of chopsticks and tape them together. Tape them on the end of a Swiffer that I have. And
Scotty, I'm this close to puking.
Oh goodness, Scotty, get the bag, get the barf bags.
Yeah,
shaking his head no.
We do have to take a break.
Wow.
We got Keanu Reeves coming up in the next break. Going to be really good. Simon, I'm going to say stick around because honestly, I don't want you going anywhere near those animals.
No, stay here, please.
Well, does anybody know how to do this?
Shout out to Valverde, please. If someone knows, can you light up our phone lines here, please?
You know what? Maybe Keanu Reeves can tell us in the next break. But right now, oh my God, it's 25 or 6-4, Chicago. The only song that will raise my spirit no matter what. I'm hearing. This is where heavy metal was born, right here in this song. Here it goes.
Oh, Green Day just stole that, huh?
Oh, they fucking stole it for their 55 or 8-3?
Just a bunch of thieves.
What do we put in on?
Hello, it's Farmer Dan. Boy, things got a little out of hand, didn't they? But now I'm back, and after some deep introspection, I'm back and better than ever. And so is Shetland Creameries. Did I ever find my cattle? Hell no. But you know what? The Lord makes new cattle every single day. All it took was someone telling me that, and I was on my new path with new milking cows. Diane, Clarice, and Cagney and Lacey. Are they better than my old cows? No way. But they know it. And together we are moving forward. For over 40 years, you could trust us for your milk and butter needs. And guess what? You can do it again. And if any of you fucks try to take these cows, you will be shot on sight. My cousin Glenn is always on top of the barn, keeping a watch, and he was a fucking army sharpshooter. And he doesn't think the Vietnam War has ended. To Glenn, it's always 1968, and he's got his finger on the trigger. Also, don't you even look at these cows. The petting zoo has been discontinued. If you say any of my cows' fun names, I will gut you in the eggnog section with no remorse and leave you hanging there for your family to find. I'm sure they'll say, "Oh no!" And what a great deal on eggnog in the summer. Let's get some. So come on down. Shetland Creameries. Colby cheese is on sale.
Hey y'all, it's Big Truck inviting you to come down to the world premiere of Hey Girl, It's Me. It's the new movie from Keanu Reeves. He's going to be there, and it's all going down at the Valverde Cinema Dollardrome, and we're going to be out there, and we're going to have a good time. We're going to be giving away John Wick posters and posters for all the Matrix movies. Of course, we don't have any posters for Hey Girl, It's Me. They did not come out in time, so I just wrote Hey Girl, It's Me a bunch of times on my headshots, so I'll be giving those out this Friday. It is the world premiere of Keanu Reeves. He's back. He's doing rom-coms again. Hey Girl, It's Me, and I'll see you out there. It's Big Truck, toot toot, on 108.9 The Hawk.
When you're eating meat, do you want a meat dish that always leaves you thinking, I think I know what this is? Wait, there's gravy involved? What is going on here? Of course you do. Then try my meat. Hi, I'm Robert Fripp, the highly idiosyncratic guitarist of King Crimson and a lover of beef tips with gravy. That's why I'm presenting to you my own Robert Fripp's beef tips, available in all grocery stores. When you eat some of my Robert Fripp's beef tips, you'll be left asking, what exactly is a beef tip? What part of the cow is it from? Is it from a cow? Is that the dish covered in gravy? Wait, white or brown gravy? Double wait. Is it covered in gravy? Is it a dish you buy in a fancy restaurant? Or one you get in an old school New England diner? So many questions surround this odd meat dish, just like so many questions surround me. I am an odd man with odd ideas about music. Some of the music I make is mind-blowing. Some of it is just confusing, if it's even good or just complicated. All of it has me playing while I sit down. And you should sit down and eat a plate of my beef tips, the meat dish that will leave you wondering, wait, Robert Fripp invented his own style of guitar tuning? Does he expect all of us to play a new standard? Does he want all of us to play guitar like that? That's crazy. But also, this dish is crazy. What is this meat? What is this gravy? Do I like this dish or this music? Or am I just impressed? What is life without questions? I won't give you any answers, but I'll give you tips. Robert Fripp tips. I'm very opinionated, so every box of Robert Fripp's beef tips comes with beef tips, but also tips on how to cook the beef. I think it should be cooked at an odd temperature of 273 degrees. That's a tip. Also, tips on guitar playing. Look like you aren't having fun, unless you are making a silly video with your wife. That's a tip, and just some random life tips. I have lots of them. Also, every box of Robert Fripp's beef tips will come with a thumb drive of a sampling of all of my music. So while you're chowing down on this mystery meat, you can marvel at the mystery of if you would say you like my music or am just, again, impressed by it. Oh, a song from Red. Well, this is great. League of Crafty Gentlemen. Interesting, but I don't know if I'll ever actually listen to it. Eno and Fripp. Wow, that's the greatest thing I've ever heard. Oh, wow, the guitar solo on Eno's St. Elmo's Fire. The greatest guitar solo ever. Oh, wait a second. New King Crimson. Yep, I think it's music, but I want to listen to, but not like around anyone else, because I'm a little bit embarrassed by it. Wait, what is this meat? So, if you want lots of tips but no clear answers, buy a box of Robert Fripp's beef tips. Oh, and one more thing. You're eating it wrong.
Robert Fripp's beef tips.
Is he a robot? Is he a cyborg? No matter what, he's in love. Keanu Reeves, Amy Yazbek, and Dr. Phil McGraw in Can't Stop Love from Beepin', premiering only on Channel 8. Channel 8, your home for good shit.
Got a special occasion? A prom? A funeral? A prom funeral? Been to 4 of those, I have. Maybe you're going to court. You want to show the judge that he can't hurt you no more. Well, why don't you arrive in style, courtesy of Phil's Take Me Home limos. Hi, I'm Disney's Phil Collins. Remember that video I did where I sang from the pool in the back of a limousine as it drove me over Los Angeles? Well, I bought it. I thought, oi, Phil, this is fucking over. You got a fucking new job, you do. And poof, I'm driving a fucking limo.
And don't the bloody name fool you? It may say limos, but there's only one limo. And it's the best one. Built in the 70s, so you know it's still rotten good. Just like Genesis was, right before Mike and Tony told me it's over just to fuck with me for leaving them last time. That's all this last Genesis tour was. An elaborate plan to make me look like I got egg on my face. But I don't got egg on my face. I got a limo. It's right over here. Wait, bloody hell, where is it? I thought for sure I parked it right here. Fuck! Times like these, I wish I wasn't the only employee at Fields Take Me Home limos. Cause sometimes I park the Take Me Home limo and I don't remember where I parked it. Well, just take me word for it. I'll find the bloody fucking thing eventually, and I'll take you wherever you need to go in the greater Valverde area. Fields Take Me Home limos, 897B Og Street, right off of both prog rock and soft rock atties. Cause I don't remember. Kiss. Bringing us back from Detroit. Here on 108.9 The Hawk with Detroit Rock City. Thank you very much, Peter Chris, for drumming us back to Valverde.
Back in style. What is
back
your
into
favorite?
The pain of Valverde, by the way.
Back into the pain of Valverde.
I was the entire time we listened to Detroit Rock City, I could still hear the screams of those poor bears.
That's why I had to reach out for my favorite copy of Smashes, Thrashes, and Hits. The only Kiss greatest hits collection, in my opinion. Now, a lot of people are going to say gold. A lot of people are going to say double platinum. A lot of people are going to say the Kiss of Kiss. A lot of people are going to say big time, big kisses. A lot of people are going to say, is that a kiss on your face? I can't tell. Give it to me. A lot of people are going to say butt kisses. Good one, but not as good as Smashes, Thrashes, and Hits.
These are the important questions that are being asked on Twitter by amazing rock journalists. What is your favorite Kiss best of record? Because there is nothing more important to classic rock than two things. Rules. As we have said, rules are very important to classic rock, and engagement. The only thing that matters with classic rock, engagement, no matter how dumb and simplistic it is.
Oh my God. And speaking of engagement, we've got an actor who is back with a rom-com himself. We didn't think he'd do a rom-com ever again. It's called Hey Girl, It's Me. Keanu Reeves in studio right now, 108.9 The Hawk. Keanu, thanks for being here.
I want to thank you for having me here.
Really good. Keanu, I do want to introduce you to Simon Korn.
Hi.
We have here in studio as well.
Hi, Keanu.
Simon, it is so wonderful to meet you. The things you are doing with the animals, heartwarming.
Oh,
Wow,
thank you
really?
so much. It's been hard. It's been tough, and I'm a little. But I love you. I love you to death. Was a great movie that you were in.
Yes.
I love that.
Thank you.
I love the. What's the one?
Matrix.
What's the one that you do? Yeah, Matrix. Oh my God.
Yeah. I'm so glad someone's finally appreciating the Matrix.
I love it.
I've only wished that's my only hope in my career is that somebody would finally appreciate the Matrix and think about it a lot.
What happened at the end? Because I was confused at the end of the third one. I haven't seen the fourth one.
Oh, you haven't seen the fourth one?
I haven't seen the fourth one either.
See, that's the thing. That's the thing you don't know. I know this because all of my friends are very famous actors. They don't typically watch when the movies come out. No. They'll watch them later. But what happened at the end of Matrix 3? I'm sure you've seen it. What happened there, Keanu?
What happened at the end?
What happened at the end?
I've never seen The Matrix 3. I watched the dailies, so there was something about an architect, I believe.
Yeah.
And who was the architect again? Who played that?
A wonderful actor that I don't remember. When I'm on set, I speak to no one at all.
That's it.
But the architect and the oracle sit down on a park bench at the end.
Sitting
what
on
are they
a
doing?
park bench.
I believe they're listening to Jethro Tull.
Yep.
I think that was the ending.
Simon, they are sitting on a park bench.
Dun, dun, dun.
Here comes Neo, he saved the world. Ba-da-da-da-dun, bow.
Most people
didn't.
don't understand how prophetic Jethro Tull was
Ian
to
Anderson.
the Matrix quadrilogy, as we call
This
it
is true.
now, because there are 4 of them,
Yep, the Wachowski
and there will be a
sisters.
5th one, because
Wachowski.
quad is for 5.
Quad is for 5, and that one is going to be about Bungle in the Jungle.
Yes.
The Jethro Tull
Locomotive
song.
Breath was
Number 1.
number 1. Number 2 was side 2
Right.
of Thick as a Brick,
Thick as a Brick. Number 3, of course, Aqualung.
of course.
Number
And
4 was
number
the
4
Whistler.
was just
the Whistler.
many people get that confused.
Ah, fuck. Did I? Scotty, you put it on my notes that it was the Whistler.
No, it's actually based off of the story included in the original pressing of Thick as a
Thick
Brick,
as a
the
Brick. Son of
newspaper.
a
It has
bitch.
nothing to do
Everyone
with the
should see that.
music.
It's
Yes.
just a given. Okay. And then 5th is going to be Bungle in the Jungle.
Bungle in the Jungle. Like
And
a lot of people misread the Matrix is the
They do.
biggest problem.
They do. And Simon, you would like Bungle in the Jungle. A lot of animal sounds. But in Bungle in the Jungle, they
And
sound
there is
happy.
a big bungle, and I think they might be talking about castration.
I do think that's it.
Oh,
So maybe
wow.
there's a
Bang.
Bungle at Valverde Pet Rescue right now.
Oh no. Oh no.
Bungle.
Oh no.
No,
I
no, no.
just
What's
got
going
a
on, Simon?
text. I just got a
Oh, no.
text that a couple of the mice that we adopted out
The white
yesterday.
mice?
Yeah, you were listening?
Yeah, I
You
listen.
were
I don't,
listening to me?
I don't watch my own movies or pay attention to who I'm in the movies with, but I always listen to
Oh,
108.9 The Hawk,
108.9
especially
The
when
Hawk.
you are on.
Oh,
I'm a
wow.
big fan.
What? I'm a big fan of you. I've seen everything. What's the one you did with Vincent D'Onofrio?
I don't remember.
Feeling
Who is that
Minnesota?
person?
Yes, that's a Feeling Minnesota, which comes
I love that
from
one.
a Soundgarden lyric.
Yes, exactly.
You may not know
but
that.
that's
It's
the
Spoon
thing.
Man. It's
I don't
Spoon
watch
Man.
my own movies. I listen to the music it's based on, of course. I mostly watch a webcam of you spaying and castrating animals
Wow, you watch that?
all the time. And I
wow,
have
you
to
watch
say,
that?
he's doing a bang up job.
Is
Thank
he?
you, Keanu.
Well, bang up's not good or bad, but it is
then that
interesting.
it is.
It's
It's
a
an
lot
interesting
like,
thing.
I don't care much for Cronenberg.
Right.
But he is like my Cronenberg watching this. What you're
Well,
is interesting
disgusting.
and reinventing what we think about the human and animal body.
Do you know? I got a text that the white mice that we adopted out the other day are breeding with each other. I really thought I did a good job with them. I had a toothpick.
Oh.
I had a toothpick.
Nope.
That I was using to spay, and I had the tweezers that I sharpened on a whetstone.
Again, not going to work.
Can I make a suggestion?
Yeah.
Please don't.
I will give you one. I've read about you on Reddit too, and then someone suggested, why not talk to Ian Anderson? He's been my guide all this time. Ian Anderson in Rumble in the Jungle knows a lot about spaying and neutering.
Well, are you suggesting we call him now, or
Who's Ian Anderson?
he
From
is basically Jethro Tull? Like, if you know Jethro Tull, you could call him either.
Oh, you guys know a lot of
Jethro
references.
Tull or Ian Anderson. You can call. You know the flute rock that the Matrix films are based on.
Yeah, I don't
We
know
learned that
anything.
today.
You
Simon,
don't
we
remember when
learned that.
Neo
that.
puts
So
his
much.
leg up and stands in an odd Renaissance pose? Bullet time came from Jethro Tull. So
man,
I suggest getting Ian on the horn. I'd love to
Okay.
talk to my old friend and the architect, if you will, of the Matrix red pill, blue pill.
Okay, great. Jeff's taking a shit. I'm gonna go join Jeff taking a shit. Scotty, go ahead and go ahead and hit the Ian Anderson line, and we'll get this figured out.
Hello.
Ian, it's Keanu.
Oh, Keanu, great to talk to you. It's me, Ian Anderson from Jethro Tull. And, who we got here on the line with us? Who we got?
Well, I'm going to give you a little hint. Webcam?
Simon Corn.
You know me?
You
I
may
love
not
watching
know who
Simon
Ian
Corn.
Anderson is, but he knows who
I
you
know who
are.
you
Oh my
are.
God!
I know who you are. That's for you. That is
Wow.
you. That's a song I'm working for.
That's
on
flute?
I'm working for that song. That song is my boss, and it's It's called Simon Corn, which is going to be the next album from Jethro Tull.
You're writing a song about me, Simon Corn? You guys are fans of my spaying and neutering?
Oh, we love it. It's the only thing we watch all the time. It's like I'm in my barn and I'm playing my flute. And I look on the webcam, and guess how big my webcam is?
IMAX?
Guess how big my webcam screen that I'm watching? How big is that? It's bigger than IMAX.
Webcam screen?
Yeah, maybe a webcam. You got your
You have a
computer.
dedicated screen.
He's from
for
England.
webcams?
They've got different dedicated screens there.
You got your computer. You got your webcam screen. What you got there, Simon?
Oh, I just have an old. I have an old Belkin.
He's still running Radio
He's got
Shack
a
computers.
Belkin.
Don't worry about it.
And he's hurting the animals. He's on his Belkin, and these animals won't come back or be adopted.
This is almost like he's writing Matrix 6 right in front of us.
That was the title track from the album by Jethro Tull, Simon Corn.
Wow. Did you guys didn't watch Mark Davidson at all?
Well, the guy that was crushed by two cars.
Yeah.
Intentionally, right?
No, I hit him with one of mine.
I think I
You
was in
hit
the
it?
other one.
Wait a minute.
It was me and Keanu. We were both driving down Hogg Street. We see Mark Davidson going across the street, and we think there's time for a change. And I drive into one end of him.
I got distracted by my webcam that I have hooked up to my dashboard. I was watching you try to castrate a bear.
Crushed him right up. You know, a lot of people were wondering if he asked us to do that. If he asked for his spine to be crushed like that. He did not.
That was our choice and mistake all at once.
This is a song called Our Choice, Our Mistake. Our choice, our mistake.
There's a lot of flute in that one, and I like it.
What kind of choices will Simon Corn make? And then it goes into it like Simon Corn is. It goes a little Sweeney Todd at that bit.
I should never have, because Mark went out to get those BLTs, and I thought, well, he's gone. Let me just try to neuter this bear while he's gone. I should never have done that, because then it distracted you, Keanu, and you.
But that being said,
just call me Jethro Tull. It's fine.
because you did that, you ended up meeting us. Isn't that amazing? It's like you controlled the Matrix there.
Wow.
You controlled your own reality without knowing by castrating a bear with a chopstick from the Chinese restaurant. And now you can talk to Ian/Jethro Tull, who is the premier source on how to castrate animals using your own tools. Have you gone to his YouTube channel yet?
Wait a minute. Ian Anderson knows how to castrate animals?
That's the name of my channel on YouTube.
Way to bury the lead.
Ian Anderson knows how to castrate animals and make them happy in the meantime.
Are you still in town?
Oh, Lord, no, I'm back here in England now.
But you just crushed Mark with a car just a couple days ago.
He has access to the Concorde Ultra.
I do have the Concorde Ultra.
Okay, do you think you could come back and...
Oh, no, we're getting ready to go on the road. We're going to be down in Pompeii, doing a show there. We're going to be doing, I'll probably be back in about, probably about 2 years. Until then, watch it on the YouTubes. And,
you just gotta wait. His tour's probably not gonna get canceled.
Can you just explain?
Okay,
he's gone?
he's back.
Yeah,
he's gone.
He went.
And wow, what a shit I took. Insane. Keanu, thank you for being here. Everybody's going to watch Hey Girl, It's Me at the Verde Cinnamon Drome. Premiere is this Friday. And,
check out that flick. Check out Simon's webcam. But also, Simon, check out that YouTube channel. I think all your problems will be solved. Bye.
I will. Thank you, Keanu.
Oh God.
Oh, no.
What a shit.
How was that? Okay.
Wow.
Well, guess who? Jeff, you're never going to believe it. Keanu Reeves. Ian Anderson.
What's
He played tracks
Jethro
from
Tull?
basically call him Jethro Tull. He played tracks from Simon Korn.
Oh, and Jeff, they both were fans of me.
Oh, my
both liked
goodness.
watching me.
Big.
What did we
fans.
tell you at the beginning? You may not be a professional, but you're a star in our books. I mean, come on here.
Yep, you may
We've
not
got
be a
your
professional
back.
Oh, no,
star
uh-oh.
in our books. What's going on?
They're at the door. I think the police are at the door. I think they saw that the mice were breeding, and they're here to...
Simon, you may still be a star, but the Bob Barker clause stops for no one.
It does stop for nobody.
I'm sorry.
Don't they get a trial?
No,
Don't they get a trial?
that's the other thing about the clause.
No.
There's
Yeah,
no
that is
trial.
the
You
clause.
go direct to retributional neutral.
Oh, no. They're
And that's
wheeling
gonna
Mark
happen.
Davidson in here. He can barely move. They're having him do the procedure
He's going to
on
be
me.
doing it. It's not going to be good.
I tell you,
no.
everybody, you got to check out this webcam because it is getting active. I am loving on it. And I am loving that I think we're going to see Simon as a castrato soon.
You know, here's the thing. There it is.
There it is. Castrato
Hey.
singing just like I like it.
Hey, if Simon Korn's genitals could say one thing, Jeff, what do you think they would say? If they could ask a question, Jeff, what do you think Simon Korn's genitals would say right now?
Are you serious? Like in the Joker? That's not a quote from it, is it? Oh, what is it?
Should I stay or should I go?
Oh, it's a good question.
108.9. We'll see you next time. I'm a hawk. Darling, you got to let me know.
Thank you for having me.
Should Simon's genitals stay or go?
Come on down.
One day they're there, and then they're gone.
Pick up a pet.
And then you're having fun.
Ow.
Simon Korn's got to know. Should his genitals stay and go? Hey!
He sounds like a dog he castrated now. This is great.
And now we're in the interview.
Gemberling.
Gemberling!
It was me.
It was you the whole time. Welcome to the ruse.
I don't think we've had an episode of 108.9 The Hawk that had so much neutering. I
Yeah.
think it has popped up in the past.
Oh, yeah, sure.
You've had neutering?
We've had a little bit of neutering. And
Probably. Who knows?
But not to the degree that we had on this show. And it was tremendous.
Yeah.
Well, it was just one live neutering, and then the rest were...
Concept
They were
neutering.
imagined. Well, yeah,
Yes.
they were on webcams. They're on
It was
the new
fantastic.
Cronenberg.
Though. Yes. We loved it. Gemberling, that was amazing. Thank you.
Really?
Yes. That was fucking
thank
perfect.
you.
I mean,
man.
because also now, even while we were doing it, I'm like, great, you just wrote some commercials that we don't have to write next time.
Oh, God, yeah. Yeah.
And that's always the gift our guests give us on 108.9 The Hawk.
Oh, yeah,
Besides
when
their amazing personalities and their amazing skills.
Like, we're going to have to do a commercial for Mark Davidson. We're going to have to do a commercial for Eddie Reynolds.
Yep, the Chinese
Where you can
restaurant.
the Chinese restaurant. John Gemberling, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me. What a thrill
course.
ride.
You've been around. You were a veteran at UCB. Now, you and Jeff were you guys were the same generation at UCB, I would say, correct?
We were close.
Or similar,
Close-ish,
eras?
because that's the weird part of with those like the classes of UCB is like there was
Right.
like the carryover, but like Gemberling came in like a little bit before me, but also I took improv and then took a long break, so I
Right.
like would have continued to be like quote in his class.
Right.
But no, I will say when I was talking to my wife and she's like, "Oh, who are you doing on the Hawk today?" I was like, "Oh, we have Gemberling on," and she's like,
Did
"Remind
she say
me."
it like that? She was like, "Oh God." Who do you
Yes,
have
like
on the
which
Hawk?
who are you doing on your fourth podcast
Which
this week?
podcast is it?
And I said, we've got Gemberling on. She goes, remind me how I know Gemberling. And then I go, Terminator Sax. And she goes, yes, because I first really met Gemberling in an early Maude show. Maude was the house sketch teams. And when Maude first started, they had this terrible idea at UCB that we should just have writers and no actors. Every month we had to get new actors.
Right,
And
right,
I
right,
didn't
right,
know
right.
anyone because I didn't know anything. And so I would just wait till Sean Clements would book the people. And I was like, oh, you got Gemberling? All right. Can he be in a sketch where he's a boyfriend on the subway and he's convinced Eugene Cordero, a street musician, is playing the Terminator theme song on a saxophone? And Like that was one of the first
I vaguely
sketches.
remember that.
Yeah, I mean,
Wait.
it was just like a dumb one. My buddy from the band Zombie wrote a theme song and recorded it for me, and he actually brought his sax from Nyack, like all the way down in case. But that was like the first time I met Gemberling.
So it wasn't the Terminator theme song. It was a different.
It was just the term, but I had to make it saxy. So it was
Right,
just
right,
but you
right.
could tell. And then as the sketch went on, I think I made Eugene Cordero French, and he was like, "It is just music," and you were getting angry at your girlfriend for not recognizing it was Terminator. And then I also was just always just like, "Oh yeah, Gemberling," because fat guy stuck in the internet.
Yep.
But my biggest moment with that show was, and I think it was the episode with the Tamanik with the Dune references, and I was like, oh, thank God someone's doing like a reference to the amazing guitar solo that Toto pulls off.
Oh, yeah.
When they finally get on the fucking, it's my favorite moment of the soundtrack of a movie I do love, and that triumphant fucking Toto guitar solo when he finally gets the first Shai Hulud written.
I remember the music. We had the guys who did the music, Chris Maxwell and Phil Hernandez, who were amazing. Mm-hmm. They were so annoyed at us because we were like, no, it's got to be like more like thrill, more exulting, and they were like, okay, we're doing this on like Adult Swim money.
Yeah.
We're like professional musicians who do music for TV and stuff.
Because also
And
you're
we're
like
"Just one
asking
more."
them, you're like, can you replicate the band that is made up of nothing but the best session musicians?
Yeah.
All sesh dudes who were like, I can play anything and we're going to start our own band.
Yeah.
But I get it. I still would have been like, more triumphant.
Yeah. So I'm sorry, your wife doesn't know me from anything except Terminator sax?
Terminator sax.
She loves me more than anything, so she only mostly knows references. She doesn't give a fuck about anything else, like UCB or comedy related.
She's blind to just everything else in the world.
You haven't done anything since then, right? I think it's mostly just that early mod show in 2005 or 6.
Yeah.
Just mod.
Yes, but fucking
She's never seen it. She's never seen an episode of Broad City.
It's possible she has not.
It's just Terminator sax.
Yeah, she has a very smaller palette of what she wants to deal with. Look,
Well, that's fine.
She's not in the biz and she doesn't give a fuck about this
She
stuff.
does not.
She
and
has to
The
listen
Hawk
to
is
me
the
talk
only
about it.
podcast she likes,
Yeah, she doesn't even
but
listen
doesn't
to that.
listen to. She
Yeah.
doesn't. My wife does not even listen to The Hawk
God no.
or The Best Show or any of the podcasts.
But what
do.
I listen to every week,
the
the Phony and Collie show.
Seg. What a segue.
Right? I'm a fucking professional. I listen to it every week. It's a great fucking show.
You like it?
It's so fucking funny. It is so fucking funny.
Thank you.
Just having you and Anthony just talk and do stuff for that long together on a show is just so much fun.
It's the thing I miss, the only thing, honestly, I'm realizing I think I miss about UCB is running into people in like the teacher's lounge or in the back of a show and then getting into a long bullshit conversation. And, it would be you sometimes, but like a Tamnik is also like the first person I met at UCB. Mm-hmm. Like we took classes in improv in 2000, whenever he started, we were in 101 and 2 or level 1, wherever the fuck it was at that point. Right. So I'm used to his dumbass like forever not believing his stories, but so it's fun to listen to it every week and just be like, oh right, I hang out in my back house by myself, and it's also fun for me personally because I'll be like getting angry at him on your behalf.
What do you get angry at him about? Oh yeah, what do you get angry at him about?
I'll say one that legitimately stuck on. I don't remember who the guest was, but they both were talking about how gross LA was because the sky is so beautiful. And I was just like, that's an insane statement. You literally just told me that your Jungian therapy or whatever isn't working enough right now. Like, you gotta fucking double up your sessions because you basically were like, ugh, the beauty of LA. And I was like, that's one of the best parts, but Godspeed, enjoy New York, that filthy butthole of a place.
Yeah, I was literally back in New York last week and immediately got food poisoning. For 2 days, I was shitting and vomiting my
From
guts
where?
out. There's a pizza place on Fifth Avenue that we would get pies from when we lived in Hell's Kitchen. We would get pies from this place all the time, and that's the
in
difference
Hell's
of
Kitchen,
getting.
you go to Fifth Avenue for pizza?
Well, no, they have it's a chain. It's called like Pizza or something like. They're all
it's gotta
over.
be
There's
good,
one.
then.
There's one on the Upper West Side that we lived on 57th Street, and we would get fresh pies from them, and their fresh pies were fucking great. But we land at we get into our hotel at like 4 a.m. and we're like, let's just get slices. Slices are going to be good. And I get a slice of mushroom that I didn't even order. It was spinach and mushroom, but I'm so hungry at this point. I'm just like, fuck it, I'll eat this. It'll be great. And
They
just
gave you the
shitting.
wrong slice?
Oh my God. Yeah, they didn't. They slipped one in, and I was still so fucking hungry that I was like, okay, I'm going to eat this slice. And then I shat and vomited my guts out for 2 days. Meanwhile, Jeff's laughing his ass off about it because A, I ate those slices, and B, I ate airline food on the way over. So he's like, yeah, both of those killed you, literally.
Number one
What'd you eat on the
fear
airplane?
of COVID, and this guy's eating on an airplane over here.
It's like some sort of like Thai chicken dish.
Oh yeah, that'll do it for
So-
you. Definitely was
Airplane food is fairly sterile, though. They don't take
Yeah, I
any chances
know.
with that.
I know.
true. Maybe it was the
But
guy
I
hawking
really
up a
think it was
lung
the
next to you with
slices.
no mask on.
It was that guy. It was that guy who gave me the shits. He just hawked the shits right into my mouth. But the Phony and Collie show is so fucking good. And we had
Thank
Anthony
you.
on last season. He played a character named Willie Crystal.
I know. I listened to it. It
Right
was
off the
great.
bat, it was like
He's a natural.
I mean, because I just mentioned in passing, like maybe be a conservative talk show host, and it was like within 2 minutes, I was like, okay, will we have to edit any of this? Or
Right.
I
No.
was like, oh, the Ukraine war started 1 day ago, and you want to start up right away? But that's the beauty, and again, that's like the fun of listening to your guys' show.
Yeah.
Just because that's, I mean, honestly, if I'm breaking down, I'm like, what is the podcast I usually want to listen to? Is like either friends talking about bullshit,
Yeah.
or people who sound like they could be my friends talking about bullshit, and it works wonderfully, Gemberling.
It works
Thank you
wonderfully.
so much. Will you guys come on?
Of course, we will.
In a heartbeat.
I
Yeah.
would love to play Johnny's game. Again, another thing I usually get angry about, and I'm sure if I played it, I'd be like getting them all wrong right away.
Right.
What gets you angry? Oh, that you think
No,
the answer's-
sometimes again, it will be like, again, this is like being long, like just knowing a Tamanic for a while. Sometimes they'll just be like,
Right.
just chill the fuck out. Think about it for 2 seconds, you moron. It's like right there. And then getting
I love
angry at
this.
some logic that he has, that only he has, and he's
Yeah.
adamant about his wrong logic.
Yeah.
Like, which is a summary of him as a whole.
Also, like, it's not easy to come up with like all those puns. Like,
No, I mean, I'm
know?
I'm amazed you set yourself up for that punishment a little bit.
I didn't think I would be able to come up with enough of them. But now, if I just think of them, you basically just have to think of a pun and then come
Work
up
backwards.
with a setup. Yeah.
Yeah. That's what happens with 90% of the fake commercials we do out here. Like,
Oh, God, yeah.
legitimately, it was just like, what rhymes with Robert Fripp? Beef tip. All right, what
Beef
does
tip.
that mean? Like, and then I'm
Yeah.
like, there's a sketch. Move on. Next joke.
Yeah.
Yeah, another commercial in this show is the Phil Collins Take Me Home limo service, where it's just him with the limo from Take Me Home, and that's we text each other with these dumb things like, "What if Phil Collins had that?" And all of these rock stars live in Valverde, so it's all very much there.
I'm sure
So
as
it's just
you
dumb
have,
shit.
I'm sure as you have learned, Gemberling, is that like I feel like the one main thing I have now learned after years and years of being comedy writer, UCB, is that the most fun stuff is the least thought out stuff. Like
1000%.
and like the shit that I actually work on, I'm like,
Yeah.
Yeah, the shit that you like that you can like write out in 10 minutes and it makes you laugh.
yeah.
Is the shit that's like more worth than like sitting there and writing a sketch for fucking 3 hours or whatever.
Yeah.
I agree with that wholeheartedly.
Which is why
Yeah, I
Johnny's
mean,
game seems so fun. It's a lot of times because I'm like, I could see your gears working.
Yeah.
Pre-show, I can see you being like, "Oh, that's that." Okay,
Yeah.
what does that mean?
Yeah. I wish we could get credit for like improv that we do.
Yeah. Like if there's an IMDb just for improv.
Yeah. Or like
The
if the
improvised-
industry recognized like, oh yeah, you did a good scene 20 years ago.
Well, I'm sure DraftKings will send you a check recognizing it. So that'll be cool. I'll send a venture capitalist your way.
At the FanDuel Theater.
But Gemberling,
right.
thank you so much for doing this.
Thank you guys for having me.
Yeah,
Everybody
thank you so
check
much.
out the Phony and Collie show
Please,
wherever you
people.
get your podcast.
Yes, it's everywhere. It's through All Things Comedy, and it's absolutely hilarious. And
I
we'll
only
have you
listen
back.
to it on those podcast networks you've never heard of.
Yeah, they don't even. We're not even on the website.
I don't.
I
If
noticed
you
that,
go to their
yes.
website, they have like our episodes up, but the latest one is usually not up there for like a week or two. Some of them are like doubled and tripled.
Right.
Well, and we're like, what's the deal with the website? And their response is always like, oh, guys, the website's a whole other deal.
Jesus
Like,
Christ.
Get
it's
us
just
started on the
broken. It's like,
website.
what? It's broken?
I'm not gonna lie, Gemberling. That is the answer I've gotten from every single comedy theater, record label, like every single business I have been involved with is always someone going, the website's a whole nother bag.
Don't get me started.
I don't understand it. It's 2022. Like, I can understand in like 2000 if they were like, well, we don't know how to, you got to really know something to make a website. Like, what do you have to know to host fucking bios and podcast links on a web? It's links and bios.
You could pay $20 a month, like it seems like Above Average did after they like shut down and then came back alive as like a branding company for a Wix website. Like you were just like, I let me pick this format.
Yeah, we use Podpage for the Hawk.
Yeah.
And that's easy. And it automatically pulls the new episode. It looks for the new episode and pulls it into the fucking site.
Gemberling, at the very least, it's very easy to type in Phony and Collie
It is.
into Apple Podcasts and not get it wrong 20,000 times.
Just do Apple. Oh, yeah.
But
well, there's the
just go to
phony's
Apple.
an EY and the Collie's
Yes.
a hyphen Y.
I mean,
That's
I
all
can't
you have to
fathom people
remember.
are listening to Stitcher or these other companies. I just don't even know what they
Right.
are, but Godspeed to everyone. I hope you listen to our podcast on all these and listen to Phony and Collie on whatever podcast network you have.
And spread the good word about 108.9 The Hawk. If you're on our Apple Podcast page, give us a review. That would be very, very great. We do this shit for free. Gemberling, again, thank you for being here. This was
Thank you.
fun time. And
Check out your IMDb soon. I'm going to just change all of your credits to Terminator Sacks and get rid of all of them.
Throw
It'll
that
just
on
be
there.
called mywife'simdb.com.
Right. I think that's good.